So I very much have a weakness for trees that produce an edible product, and today's tree is very much in that category. So this is a pepper tree, a Schinus molle, which I'm planting because I cannot find a black pepper vine, which is a pepperus, I think. But this is accessible. I could find it. It was reasonably inexpensive. It had been at the nursery it was at for quite a long time. She's actually chopped the top off of it a couple of times because it was getting over large. So I know it can survive in this climate. Also, we're well within the climate parameters for this, so we're actually, if anything, a little bit too wet. This is a South American plant, but it's from dry regions, often mountainous slopes where it's very well drained, often alkaline soils, which might be a little bit of a problem here. It's certainly a little bit of a problem with the soil it was in, which was a very nice, rich mulch, which would be perfect for a lot of things, but not for something like slightly alkaline soils. But we're going into a sort of termitey area, ex-termitey area. They haven't been here for a while, but they do tend to slightly alkalinize our generally quite acid soils. And this is actually a very low nutrient bitter soil as a result of years and years of not having anything much growing in it apart from a few of these little philanthus behind it, which incidentally I used to think were Brazilian pepper trees, which is a related tree. They're not. They don't have any spiciness to their little berries. But yeah. They're probably also slightly less toxic. Part of the reason this is spicy is it's in the family Anacardiaceae, which is the same family as the cashews and the mangoes. And if you've ever eaten a slightly underripe mango and had that slightly burning sensation, that is part of the chemical reason that this has a peppery taste when you dry out and crush up the berries of the pepper tree. So use with caution, not in excess, I would say, because yeah, the Anacardiaceae have some really interesting chemicals there which you don't want to overindulge in. We're going to be putting a piece of the agave attenuata, the foxtail agave, in here, which was dug up by some of the pouch trats a while ago, where they were, I don't know why they were trying to dig into a big clump, presumably they were just founding a new burrow, but they dislodged a large chunk, and I've been meaning to plant it and forgetting about it, and I noticed it today, and it's quite dry, but it also means it's healed over nicely, so it doesn't mind getting quite wet at this point. We're also going to be putting in a piece of the Calico marmorata, the penwiper plant, which this is actually the original one from which a lot of the other ones you've seen planted have been taken. At one point I'd taken so many cuttings from this that it just stopped doing anything and it was just a little stump in a bag. So I left it there for a while and used cuttings from one of the cuttings I'd taken from it. But this has actually sprung back to life, produced some new leaves, so I thought I would give it a break and plant it out itself so it can be its own plant and enjoy a little bit of direct sunlight and stuff like that. And that should be everything for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you haven't enjoyed it, thank you for watching anyway. Please tune in tomorrow. I will be planting something else, and I actually think I know what today, but I am not going to say.